Priestess. I just wanted to come and put out a message for you guys regarding something happening. But before I do that, I want to let you guys know I'm going to do another coding tutorial for those of you guys that want to see how I'm going to stop this in its track. I'm going to do it on exceptions and conditional exceptions. I'm going to do this on scopes, and I'm going to do something on libraries. So a library in code is basically you can pull, like you can put different commands and functions together, and then you can pull down specific logarithms or logic that will allow you to then code that logic down and bring down specific functions like in your software. So a lot of the times when we used to be on the computer when we were kids, it used to be like a single page and just a few links and a few pictures and stuff like that. Now when you're getting a lot more complex websites, that's because there's new logarithms because there's been updated libraries. So I'm going to show you guys how they're setting up the Mantisa, aka the little bit of electricity that writes memory that allows you to write programs or host programs or the same thing or not, which is going to come up. And I'm going to tell you why this is going to matter when I tell you what Gavin Newsom just started. So the governor and a bunch of white people that were playing with our children sexually afraid right now because what ended up happening was a lot of people went into the streets shooting, killing, doing sideshows, and Gavin Newsom and them, they can't get anybody put in jail. No one is going to jail because they were the ones that were uploading people to virtual reality and starting a bunch of shit. So now what ended up happening here is Gavin Newsom just put this out today. Basically what he's saying is that he's going to send attorneys that are for the state to the district attorney's office to go and charge people because they feel like she's not doing her job. But they set it up the first time. Now one of the things is that they were telling, he was forcing other people to not charge people. He was even paying off certain DAs not to charge people. And then when the feds were sending like their staff to get people charged, sending directives, telling them to go do this and that for people's kids, for them playing with Chiang, they weren't doing any of that. Now, all of a sudden, he wants to take executive action and step into Oakland because he's watching my channel and he saw that big ass sideshow in Oakland. He saw those staffers get shot at, and he just heard that somebody got ran over and killed in front of 850 Hall of Justice. Wait, to tell me somebody got shot in front of 850? No, somebody got hit and run in front of 850. In front of the jail, in front of the jail, in front of the courthouse. Because 850 is a courthouse and then upstairs it's a jail. Yeah, because they don't care because of what the fuck he got started. So now you guys have to just be mindful of the fact that if he's stepping in like that, that means that people are really going bad and he can't do anything. He can't do a fucking thing. And after that fiasco with me, he knows good and well to stay several thousands of feet away from me, physically, in thought, in plan, in action, in every single way, shape, and form because of what just got started. So now what's happening here is I'm going to go through a few more things to show you guys that they're getting set up, period. Look at another submarine is missing because they're doing magic. The aquatic beings. You go in that water with to play with spell work, you're gonna get hit. Stealing missile secrets from defense contractor. How did he get into his computer? Because you guys are allowing that chemical to come here in exchange for immigration. 5 Marines that were blasting chemicals out of a helicopter and shouldn't have been in the helicopter because only one partial training. They found the helicopter and they found all 5 men dead because they got trapped up there on the mountain. So I feel like one of the things that you guys need to just know is that no one really cares that these people died, but you just need to know that the Eagle, he's the one that did this. Scotland is raising the alcohol price by 30% because they have no alcohol, and because of what happened in the cartel and what happened with the immigrants out there in Scotland and the UK, baby. They're talking about, oh, it's to stop alcoholism. That's not going to stop anything. People will find a way to make alcohol because they do make alcohol in Scotland, and they can go from Ireland or they can go get it from the UK. They can just drive down to Britain and go get it. Why would they? Oh, ooh, because they got hit in the cartel. Thank you. Okay. Whoa, another Indian actor died in the less than 2 days? Okay. Kids safety bill. You guys need to also see that Facebook got sued and hit because they were using a technology on the account of children and through games. So he has an account, he has a phone. We can track the phone to track the child. Yeah, and this is where you get this bullshit coming from. Yeah. Yeah. So when all that was going on, they weren't charging anybody. When the California endowment was stalking and harassing me, they didn't charge anybody. When Castle was littering Oakland with bodies, which are now popping up in FBI investigations because of the video, the autopsy videos that I was putting out like 2 years ago, with describing the bodies of these women, they found about 10, about 14 of those women. They found another one of her body in Oakland because they looked up inside of the database where you could look up like different like the mortuary site, and they found everything. Another submarine gone. Oh, ooh. Okay. I wanted to show this to the feds. Where are they getting all this money from? Aren't they under investigation? Oh, another white man that's sticking his dick in kids gets another few $1 million, which is not really their money to begin with, to go stick his dick in kids again and talk about coding. Thank you. Right. So, you guys know that we've been bringing down curses, bringing down a specific type of beings that are bringing down epidemics. I told you. Well, look, the new epidemic that's just hit. Good. Until you turn off that technology and until you turn off that chemical, these pathogens are eating the chemical that they're blasting in the sky, and they're killing people. And it's mainly white people. That's why they're talking about it in the media. Turn it off. Yeah, whoa. You guys have got to be kidding me. Yeah, that Xiong, they're wiping out whole generations. Whoa. I have to show you guys this. First, I want to show you this newsletter that I subscribe to. The Bridge. You guys can go ahead and subscribe to this, but I get like news about tech stuff, nonprofit stuff, da 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 da. Oh, this is good. U.S. House Committee on Homeland Security, Hope Goins. You can go ahead and contact her about how Kamala Harris is getting all this type of information and technology that's being reported, like war technology that's being reported and being investigated, and how Kamala Harris is getting it to play with the wives of men that don't want her. Okay, good. I wanted to show you guys this, what they got started. You want to know what they got started? The FCC officially declares AI voiced robocalls illegal. I told you they were getting on the phone and playing Drake in them. Okay, so now what's happening here is there is here, this one, Bipartisan Policy Center, Romanov. That's Cyborgian. Okay, so now one of the things that's here that I wanted to show you. Google's losing a bunch of money as usual. Look at this. Biden appoints AI Safety Institute leaders. Biden administration announces a consortium dedicated to AI safety. Let me show you this, though. This is where you guys are going to be like, wait, you mean to tell me that all the companies that started this, he put them on a council together to try to investigate this? Wait, yeah, that's how goofy they are, because they're watching my channel and they know that everyone's revolting. So they're trying to like do damage control before they bring me in for my money. Because remember, they have to pay me out in court. So that's why I said, you guys have no idea. You're like, Daisy, how are you doing this every day? How are you continuing to do like be upstanding, mind your business, still love God, still be happy, working with your aquatic beings and your rabbits and your other beings? You're teaching people, you're healing people, and you're not like out here like in a position that they want you to be in. You're doing well, things are going for you, all kinds of stuff is going on. How is that possible? That's possible because I already knew for a fact that there were several people that were going to die, go to jail, get fired, and get completely smacked the fuck out. I just did not know how. I didn't know that this was going to come up with a computer. I didn't know anything about aquatic beings or functions. I just kept on minding my business, and I was just like, okay, I know for a fact I didn't do anything, so a lot has to come out. I didn't know that we're switching people's kids at birth, and what happened to me with spell work was going to end up exposing that. Because you guys really do not know that all these people that were playing like that, you saw this yesterday. I did a video yesterday where I went through LinkedIn and I showed different job descriptions, and people are really getting removed from their job because in the hospital they were playing with goofy bitches like Kamala, Martha Jimenez, that wanted to spite people. Oh yeah, well their family has a farm and they didn't like my father, so their children are getting switched at birth. And that's just what I said. Okay, so you use half of the money that's in your bank account as a foundation, and you're paying the hospitals off so you can go switch children playing with goofy ass Asians and goofy ass white people. And you're switching people's kids at birth. You're switching Spanish children for Indian children. You're switching Spanish children for white, blonde hair, blue-eyed Cyborgia babies or Irklankla babies that were made from incest. They specifically pay brothers and sisters, daughters and fathers, mothers and sons to have sex with each other and produce children that are of incest, and then give them to the family to go through that whole chaos of what's going on with my baby, why is my child sick, what's going on. Yeah, so you mean to tell me that all this had gone on, and had you not gone on YouTube and had this not happened, none of these women would have found out about their kids? A lot of people have found their kids, and a lot of people are getting paid out in court because of what happened to me. So I said, you know what, it's not a bad thing. Something's gonna come up with the Hellcat, a Dodge Charger, and one just flew right past me. But something's gonna come up with the Dodge Charger in a minute. So now, what's happening here is people are. Excuse me, that was kind of like gross. I apologize. So, because I have to hear shit like that in my ear all day from whites, and like them molesting children and their daughters screaming and crying. I only want to have sex with my dad, and she's like 7. Right? Baba, I like it this way. I have to hear that all day because they know that nothing bothers me more than like nonsensical shit like that, like with children sexually. So I want to say I apologize because I know how I feel about it. So now let's move past that. So now what's happening here? Let me pull up this article. Let me show you the companies that are on this council. I'm telling you, so many people. It's already done at the feds. I'm telling you, so many people are going to jail. Okay. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo announced the US AI Safety Institute Consortium, which includes OpenAI, who is made from ex-employees from all these other companies, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Palantir, all the companies that are stealing from people and playing with this technology. So you put them on a council to dictate safety, because this is what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be dictating safety, doing safety tests for other AI platforms. So you mean to tell me that now what they're going to do is all black and brown founders that are building their own projects on your platform, they're going to have to go through a safety test, because soon they're going to try to draft some nonsensical paperwork that Daisy has to give her work to white people, even though it takes the Akasha, because that's how they thought they were going to get over the Akasha. Because remember, you can be anybody typing this, but if you don't have the Akasha, you can't do anything. So you were going to force her to try to make her work open source so white people can go use it to molest children. Okay, and then what you were going to do was going to say black and brown people in Faye that are working on their platforms have to put their platforms through an AI, through some type of like website where we can check if this is safe or not. But you just kidnapped and raped everyone's kids. And then you fill the whole entire food supply with human meat, which is causing all these epidemics. And then you spread fecal matter through several different food outlets to get to a few people. Then you put your semen in the fucking public milk supply. Then you put nanotech shaved metals in flour and other things that you use for chips, and then distributed that all across the hood when people didn't even know, so they can get lawsuits and a bunch of other shit. And then you're the one that's supposed to be dictating safety. You guys have no idea what's about to happen with people of color, and this computer is just done for. And that's why it's a perfect thing that they want to go play like that, because now what's going to end up happening is people are not going to take them seriously. They can have their little council, but we don't need their council to do our work. Hey, I'm coming inside to buy something. Okay, somebody else is in here. Right. So now what's going to end up happening? Hi. So now what's going to end up happening here is people are going to start to get word like, oh, do you guys think, sorry, I'm in the one here. So now what's going to end up happening here is people are going to start to like be like, okay, I need to know more about this AI thing, because one of the things that they can't do, they can't regulate our work at all. So they've been trying to figure out like, how do we regulate their work and try to play with their work, because this is going to lock a bunch of us out and our computer is broken. Keep going to go molest people's children and go play a bunch of games to start a bunch of shit. Why are you worried about us? You haven't worried about us when we were homeless, when we were getting stalked and harassed at work, when we were trying to like put our concepts out. You weren't worried about us. Keep on minding your own business. I feel like that's the best policy. Speaking of, this is going to get shut down in the next few days, and you're going to see it in the media, because it's completely unconstitutional. And all these companies that they put were started by the people that created this nonsense with AI technology, and then they're running around our community playing with a bunch of like disgusting ass people that think black people are supposed to be slaves because they read it in a book. So, right, because that's the thing that they're playing on too, like with Spanish people, with Arab people, and with other communities of color. Like, oh, you remember the story of Bilal? Remember this in the Bible? They're supposed to be slaves. Why is it that in every religious book that it's a dark person that's a slave, but you have no melanin? That's an abnormality. Right, that's what it takes to activate the system. Right. So now they're going back to the drawing board, like, oh, how to reverse like thousands of years of that bullshit to try to get into this. It's done. Go sit down. So I just wanted to tell you about that. It's really going down right now with that council, and a lot of people are about to get straight hit with the shit that they got started. That's what happens when you're ignorant. That's what happens when you're disgusting. Yeah, molesting children, a bunch of shit going on in Dubai and in the Middle East, chaos and ensuing in Asia. Yeah, yeah. Hella disgusting. And now they want to play with the computer. Well, cause they saw like, oh, it takes the Akasha because they all tried it, so it didn't work. So that's where they're coming with this nonsense. Oh, they have non-dairy. I'm at the store. Yeah, somebody felt some type of way. You can keep feeling some type of way. Just stop playing with black children. Hella disgusting, selling bullshit because you know it's by the projects, causing a bunch of chaos. Okay, good. So now other things that I want to tell you is just two things. There's going to be a complete ending to this council because the good feds are going to step in, but the community is going to step in, and a bunch of people are just going to let them know how they feel about it. And I'm going to tell you right now, not a single level of regulation can go on our work, and that's why this is hella funny because that's what they were trying to like get to, like, oh, safety. Here, let me show you what they said that they're going to be doing in the article, and this is from Reuters. Yeah, hella disgusting. And you're having sex with your kids and you're sleeping with your mom and you're talking about AI safety tests. You don't even have the basics down for like hygiene and like how to be like a halfway decent, a tenth of a human, let alone making policies that are regulating the new internet. Get out of here with that bullshit, baby. Cisco, IBM, the US government has a significant role to play in setting the standards and developing the tools we need to mitigate the risks and harness the immense potential of artificial intelligence. It also includes this. Didn't I tell you they're playing with chemicals? Look, it says Biden's order directed agencies to set standards for that testing and to address related chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and cybersecurity risks. None of that doesn't apply to any of our work, and I'm gonna just sit right here and like I'm not turning anything off because remember when we were talking about kids going missing and their bodies turning up in Russia, no one said anything. Remember when we were talking about federal agents getting stalked and harassed and threatened with sexual assault, no one said anything. Remember when you guys chased me up and down with spell work for hella years and a bunch of goofy bitches like Stephanie and Drake and a bunch of nonsense co-hosts and all them and Brandy get on them playing online on YouTube? Remember all of that? No one said anything. Remember when I reported all this bullshit with this technology? No one said a single fucking thing. So don't keep on not saying anything. Remember when you wrote the Quran and you put that bullshit in there? Okay. Remember, you wanna know what the funny thing is? I think it's hella funny that I also read Quran on my channel, and it changed the Arab world so badly when people saw that I can speak Arabic. So that's another reason why a lot of people said, let's not get involved. Do you notice something with Dubai and the Middle East? They have a lot of money. They have a lot of chemicals. Did you see them involved? They're not, because they saw me reading Quran. When they saw that, that was like their impetus to just stay up out of the bullshit. Now, another thing that ended up getting started is when you're writing the Bible and setting up slavery and playing with people of color like that on plantations. Did you think about that? You didn't. So keep on thinking about the shit that you don't think about, which is nothing. Keep it pushing. So I'm excited, you guys. You see our work is making waves. This next one, this next coding tutorial where I break down a few things, you're going to be so mad. But really what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down something called Jython, which is the connection between Python and Java, where you can basically use a specific coding language to build out like specific classes and objects that allow you to have like better graphics, better like motion design in your graphics, better web pages and things like that. I'm going to be breaking that down, so you guys are going to be seeing a bunch of shit with like AI generated images completely breaking. Like today I looked at a few AI generated images from DALL-E, and you can see where different images were put together because it's broken. So we're going to do that tutorial next. And a lot of you guys watching my channel, you do the tutorial with us. You don't know that you guys are like first in line for changing up the internet. You have no idea that you've done something so powerful. Like, okay, we were just on Daisy's channel reading tarot, and then it evolved into the war. And you know, she's back reading tarot now, but I'm happy that I saw that, because now I know how to protect myself in this war that people are not about to even like be ready for. Because the war that's coming next, a lot of people are going to be completely blindsided, but you guys are prepared. So anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Whoa!